Today we're replaying Melo's career, starting with the 2003 draft where LeBron gets picked first overall. Second overall, we have the Pistons on the clock. They're going to take Chris Bosh. And let's see if the Nuggets are going to take Melo just like real life they do. The Nuggets got a young Ron Artest in free agency, and in Melo's rookie season, he's the third best player on the team. Kobe's going to win the MVP averaging 38, and Dwayne Wade's going to win the Rookie of the Year over Melo and LeBron. Dwayne Wade made the All-NBA third team as a rookie with LeBron. LeBron averaged 22, 6, and 7, and even Chris Bosh finished above Melo. He averaged 23 and 9. Meanwhile, Melo finished fourth in Rookie of the Year, averaging 21, 5, and 4. And the Nuggets just barely missed out on the playoffs, even though they finished with the same record as the 8 seed and the 7 seed. And of course, the Lakers go on to win the championship. And in the draft, the Nuggets have pick number 13. We're gonna take J.R. Smith and hope he lives up to the all-star potential. In year number 2, Melo's already the best player on the team. Also, I don't know why it has him wearing number 16. That looks so much better. Season number 2, Kobe's gonna win back-to-back MVPs. Dwight Howard wins Rookie of the Year on the Warriors. Why is Chris Bosh a 6th man? Birdman's already off the Nuggets. I didn't even realize that. Dwayne Wade and LeBron are both on the All-NBA first team. Wade averaged 28 and 9, and in LeBron's second season, he averaged 26, 8, and 7. The 2 through 5 seed in the West are all really close, with the Nuggets finishing as the 4th seed, but it's gonna be hard to take down the Lakers. In Melo's first playoff series, he's going up against the Clippers, and we're going to a Game 7. And with 2 minutes to go, the Nuggets are down by 1, and Melo's gonna get blocked on the layup. I don't know why it has the shot clock in the bottom right and not the game clock. Elton Brand's gonna take the drop step, and he gets an easy layup. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ron Artest in the corner's gonna use the screen. He doesn't find an open look, and he gets a turnover. Let's see if the Nuggets can play defense here. Elton Brand gets a wide open dunk. This has been a very bad showing from the Nuggets so far. Speedy Claxton's gonna find Melo, and he knocks down the 3 to keep the Nuggets alive. They're running out of time though, and they might need to stop here. Chris Kamen's gonna come set the screen. The Clippers get a wide open 3. It's gonna miss, but they let Kaman get the board. So now they have to foul, and Chris Kaman gets to go to the line. His first free throw's good. And to put the Clippers up by 4 points, his second free throw's gonna miss. That is a huge miss. Now we have Melo on the break, finding Nene, and we have a 1-point game. And now the Nuggets have to foul again, so the Clippers go back to the line. Their first free throw's good, and to put them up by 3, their second free throw's good. So now the Nuggets have 17 seconds to get a shot off here. Melo on the drive, almost gets a turnover. Andre Miller's gonna swing it to Melo. The wing 3, he's gonna miss. And unfortunately for Melo, he's gonna lose his first ever playoff series. He only put up 15 points and shot 4 for 15, and they got absolutely cooked by Elton Brand. Why do I have a feeling the Lakers are gonna win the finals again? The Suns are gonna win, and LeBron's finals record is already 0-1. In the draft, I was gonna take CJ Miles because he has all-star potential, but Marcelo Huertas has an all-NBA ceiling, so we're gonna add him to the team and hope for the best. And in player progression, Melo's all the way up to a 92 overall. J.R. Smith's also up to a 78. He averaged 6 points per game as a rookie, and in Melo's third season, he's finally an all-star, even though they have Tim Duncan starting at small forward ahead of him. Chris Bosh just won the MVP after being 6th man of the year last season. Chris Paul's gonna win Rookie of the Year on the Heat. Pau Gasol is the 6th man on the Pistons. Now, I guess they had him starting over Bosh. Yao Ming averaged 24 and 17. Melo didn't make an All-NBA team, but he averaged 25, 7, and 5. And LeBron somehow didn't make an All-NBA team either. He's down to 22 points per game. And the Nuggets get even better. They're up to the 2 seed. They're finally going to make it out of the first round this year. And in the second round, they have to play the Jazz with Steve Nash and Gilbert Arenas. They're going to win in 6 yet again. And in the conference finals, they have to go up against the defending champions. And this was somehow the easiest series for the Nuggets. They're on their way to the finals. And LeBron's back in the finals to go up against Melo. And whoever wins this series wins their first championship. Game 1, the Nuggets had a really good third quarter. And it's enough to help them win. And they had 5 people put up 15 points or more. LeBron put up 36. It looked like he had help too. And in game 2, the Cavs were up 19 at halftime and are on the verge of blowing the game. The Cavs have a chance to add on to their lead here. Ricky Davis is gonna find LeBron, and he misses the 3 over Melo. Andre Miller's gonna use the screen from Marcus Camby. He can't get an open shot, but he's gonna find Ron Artest for the 3, and his 3 is off. Lamar Odom is on the Cavs now. He's gonna use the screen, but he can't get an open look. 5 seconds on the shot clock. He swings it to the corner. Wagner for the 3, and it's off. Nobody scored yet. Let's see if that can change right here. Melo throws it down low to Stromile Swift, and he ties the game up. But now with less than 10 seconds to go, LeBron can hit a game winner here, and his 3 is off. And the Nuggets have 2 seconds to score here. Unless this game goes to overtime, they go to Stromile Swift for the 3. I don't know why they went to him. He's never made a 3 in his NBA career. And in overtime, the Nuggets are down 4 with 10 seconds to make something happen. Melo's not doing anything. They're running out of time. Ron Artest for the 3. He's gonna miss. And the Cavs are gonna win game 2 to tie the series up at 1. Melo put up 24 and Andre Miller had 13 points with 20 assists, but that was all to lose. LeBron put up a triple-double, and just like that, the series is tied up at 1. Game 3, we had another close one, but the Cavs outplayed the Nuggets in the second half, and they're gonna take a 2-1 lead. Melo put up 37. The Nuggets started to come back, but it was too late. LeBron only had 17 and the Cavs still won. This is not looking good for Melo. And in game 4, the Cavs are gonna blow out the Nuggets to go up 3-1. Melo had 25, but he shot 4 for 15. And once again, LeBron didn't even go off. The Cavs just have a good amount of depth. And in game 5, the Nuggets are fighting to stay alive with 30 seconds left. They're down by 2. LeBron on the drives, gonna find Wagner for the open 3, and he's gonna miss. So the Nuggets still have a chance here. They're gonna go down low to Melo, and he's gonna get fouled by LeBron. So with 9.9 on the clock, he gets to go to the free throw line. He's gonna make his first free throw, and to tie the game up, his second free throw is good. If you made it this far into the video, 98% of people who watch me aren't subscribed, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you're not one of them. But now the Cavs have 10 seconds to win the finals here. LeBron's gonna use the screen from Nene. He doesn't get an open 3, but he drives past Melo. Nene the layup, and it's good with 0.5 on the clock. And just like that, LeBron's gonna beat Melo and win his first championship. So Melo's finals record is now 0-1, and in player progression, Melo's up to a 94. JR only went up 1 overall, and Marcelo Huertas went up 2. LeBron's gonna win his first MVP, averaging 26 points per game. Brandon Roy's gonna win the Rookie of the Year, and Melo finally makes his first All-NBA team, averaging 31 points per game. And on top of that, the Nuggets were the best team in the West, and after making it to the finals last season, they're back with a rematch against the Cavs. Game 1, both teams forgot how to score in the fourth quarter, but the Cavs are gonna win. Melo put up 28, but it wasn't enough because LeBron had 34. And game 2, it was all Cavs. This one was a blowout since pretty much halftime, and this is not looking good for the Nuggets. And in game 3, the Nuggets are finally gonna win a game, and Melo played amazing. He had 36 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 steals. But unfortunately for the Nuggets, they're gonna fumble in the second half of game 4, and the Cavs take a 3-1 lead. Melo had a really good game, but LeBron had an even better one. Game 5, the Nuggets are gonna hold on to stay alive in the series. We're gonna need more games like this from Melo. And in game 6, the Nuggets are up by 1, and they're a minute and a half away from forcing a game 7. Andre Miller's gonna find Melo in the corner, and his 3 is good. And LeBron's not in the game. I wonder if he fouled out. The Cavs are gonna kick it out to Wagner for 3. It's off, but they're gonna get the rebound, and they get blocked on the layup. Less than a minute to go. The Nuggets have a 4-point lead. Melo's gonna use the screen, and he had an easy shot in the paint, but he passes it up for a missed 3. And now on the break, Wagner's gonna find Varejao. Varejao, the layup, he's blocked, and he can't get the rebound. And the Cavs ended up fouling, so we have Camby at the free throw line. His first one's good, and to make it a 6-point game, his second free throw's good. The Cavs have LeBron back in the game. I don't know why he wasn't in the game before. He's gonna find Big Z in the paint. He's gonna make the layup, and now the Cavs have to foul again. Ron Artest knocked down both of his free throws, and the Cavs are running out of time. LeBron's gonna find Davis to Wagner, the 3 from the wing. He's gonna miss, and the Nuggets are gonna force a game 7. So after being down 3-1, Melo has a chance to win his first championship. But in game 7, the Cavs were simply the better team, as they're gonna beat the Nuggets in the finals for the second year in a row. What is J.R. Smith doing? He's trying to ruin LeBron's moment. Entering year number 5, Melo's gonna stay at 94, and J.R. Smith is up to an 83, and Marcelo Huertas is up to a 78. In free agency, Gilbert Arenas left to join the Trailblazers. Vince Carter left the Raptors to join the Pistons. Yao Ming left the Rockets to join the Timberwolves. Chris Bosh is on the Celtics now. This Celtics team's about to be insane. They have Elton Brand on the team now too. And with Vince Carter leaving, Dwayne Wade might average 35. Kevin Garnett and Yao Ming together are about to be crazy. And in Melo's 5th season, he's finally an all-star starter. LeBron's gonna win back-to-back MVPs. Kevin Durant just averaged 28 as a rookie. That's more than the MVP. I had a feeling Dwayne Wade would average 35. And Melo's on the All-NBA second team again. He averaged 30 points per game this season. KD making an All-NBA team as a rookie is insane. And the Nuggets finished with 57 wins. They're down to the 2 seed. And after back-to-back finals appearances, they get eliminated by Kobe and Shaq in the second round. And in the finals, we have Celtics Blazers, and Gilbert Arenas wins the finals MVP. Melo's still not getting better, but on the bright side, Marcelo Huertas is up to an 84. Ray Allen left to the Heat just like real life, and now he gets to team up with Chris Paul. LeBron wins his 3rd MVP in a row. Derrick Rose wins the Rookie of the Year. Year, and LeBron also won the Defensive Player of the Year. Melo drops all the way down to the All-NBA third team. He averaged 27 this season, and the Nuggets go from the 2 seed to the 6 seed. In the first round, they have to play this Suns team that won a championship a couple seasons ago, and they're going to a Game 7. They're on the verge of blowing a 3-1 lead. And with 4 seconds to go, the Nuggets need a missed free throw here. The first one's off. So even if this free throw goes in, they can tie it up with a 3. And Stephon Marbury missed both. So now the Nuggets have 3 seconds to score here. They almost get a turnover, and J.R. Smith knocks down the mid-range. So I'm pretty sure we're going into overtime unless the Suns make a full... What just happened? The Nuggets just got eliminated off a full court shot. This doesn't feel real. What just happened? Melo had the worst game of all time. He didn't even score, and he fouled out in 18 minutes. I can't believe that's how they just got eliminated. They just blew a 3-1 lead off a full court buzzer beater. And now in the finals, let's see if the Trailblazers go back-to-back. The Suns are gonna win. Okay, Curry and KD are on the same team. James Harden and D Rose are on the same team. And Melo and Jeff Teague are on the same team. And in player progression, Melo once again stays in 94. Marcelo Huertas is up to an 88. We have Boris Diaw and J.R. Smith getting better. Boris Diaw's been pretty good for us, and he even won 6th Man of the Year a couple seasons ago. Marcelo Huertas is a top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 point guard in the league. He averaged 10 points and 7 assists last season, and he's only gonna get better. And he's finally starting. LeBron just won his 4th MVP in a row. Curry's gonna win the Rookie of the Year. Russell Westbrook is a 6th man on the Mavericks, and LeBron wins back-to-back Defensive Player of the Years. Melo doesn't even make an All-NBA team, even though he averaged 27, 8, and 5. And this Knicks team's gonna be insane. They have the 2007 Rookie of the Year, the 2008 Rookie of the Year, and the 2010 Rookie of the Year. The Nuggets are good again. They're the 2 seed, but the Trailblazers are 11 games ahead of them. And Russell Westbrook's behind Kyle Lowry. And the Nuggets are struggling in the second round against a 6 seed, and they're gonna lose in 6. And in the finals, it's gonna be Celtics Suns, and the Suns are gonna win again. So in this universe, Stoudemire's a 3-time champion and 2-time finals MVP. In player progression, Melo's dropping for some reason. Marcelo Huertas is up to a 90, and last season he averaged 11 points and 9 assists per game. And Dwayne Wade's gonna leave the Raptors to join the Rockets. Yao Ming's gonna leave the Timberwolves to join the Pacers. Westbrook and Lowry are the same overall now. That's crazy. Shaq left the Lakers, and now we have Celtic Shaq. Bro, nobody's gonna stop LeBron. Eric Bledsoe Rookie of the Year? Westbrook won the Most Improved Player now that he's starting, and he averaged 28 and 9. Melo's on the All-NBA third team. He averaged 24, 8, and 5. And the Nuggets didn't even make the playoffs. Going from the 2 seed to the 9 seed is crazy, and the Celtics are finally gonna win a ring. Before this championship, they lost in 3 straight finals. And in the draft, the Nuggets have the 13th pick, and we're gonna take Nikola Vucevic. Kawhi went first to the Raptors. In player progression, a lot of people are gonna stay the same. Some people are dropping. Russell Westbrook is the one to break LeBron's MVP streak. Isaiah Thomas is gonna win the Rookie of the Year. DeMarcus Cousins wins Most Improved Player, averaging 25 and 12 in his second season. Melo's on the All-NBA second team. He averaged 25, 9, and 5. But for the second season in a row, the Nuggets don't even make the playoffs. And they were 8 wins off. They weren't even close. And in this NBA Finals, the Mavericks are gonna win with Westbrook winning the Finals MVP. Shaq's gonna retire with the Magic. He's gonna finish his career with the 4th most points of all time. But that might not last long, with LeBron being almost at 20,000. And I wanted to make Melo a Nuggets lifer, but after 2 straight seasons of not making the playoffs, he has to go. Let's see which trade here will be the best for his career. We have the Clippers. We could send him to Miami. We could send him to the Hornets for LaMarcus Aldridge and Greg Oden. We could trade him for Chris Middleton and Jimmy and team him up with Steve Nash. I don't even know how old he is at this point. We could trade him for Anthony Davis, who just got picked 1st overall, but that means they're probably a bad team. We could trade him to the Pistons for Pau and Omri Caspi. We could send him to OKC. And last but not least, we could send him to the Timberwolves. And I think the best trade for him would be sending him to the Miami Heat. So now Melo's teammates with Chris Paul, Ray Allen, and Rajon Rondo. And I would say they're the best duo in the league, but I forgot KD and Curry are teammates. And Westbrook and Dirk are also teammates. And the MVP is gonna stay with the Mavericks as Dirk wins it. First MVP at the age of 34 is kind of crazy. Anthony Davis wins Rookie of the Year. LeBron wins. I think this is his 3rd Defensive Player of the Year. It might be his 4th. And Melo's on the All-NBA third team. He averaged 26 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists per game. And the Heat are low-key a little disappointing, finishing as the 4 seed. And in Melo's first playoff series with the team, they're gonna make it out of the first round. And they're going up against an 8-seeded Pistons team that that beat the 1-seeded Knicks. They're also going to take down the Pistons in 6. And in the conference finals, we have the Melo vs. LeBron rivalry again. And this one didn't look like a rivalry. The Heat are going to make it out in 5. But now in the finals, they have to go up against the defending champions. And in game 1, we already have a close one with it being a 2-point game. And Russell Westbrook's going to miss the mid-range. I don't know how Chris Paul got the rebound there. Chris Paul on the fast break's going to find Ray Allen from the corner. And he's going to miss the 3. Lowry's going to find Westbrook in the post. He's going to pass out of the fade. Now we have Kyle Korver. He's going to find Kyle Lowry for 3. And the Kyle connection is good. So now we're all tied up with a minute and a half to go. And Chris Paul's going to knock down the deep 3. Westbrook on the ISO attacking Chris Paul. He's going to pull another mid-range and he knocks it down. Less than a minute to go. The Heat still have a 1-point lead. And Chris Paul can't hit the 3. Kyle Lowry on the fast break finds Dirk and he's fouled on the layup. So now Dirk can give the Mavericks the lead here. His first free throw ties it up, and to give them the lead, his second free throw is good. And the Heat don't put Melo in the game. He must have fouled out, but now they go to Ray Allen. He's gonna swing it to Kersey for the 3, and Kyle Korver's defense is terrible. The Mavericks are gonna find Westbrook for yet another mid-range, and he keeps knocking them down. But now let's see if Chris Paul's gonna milk the clock. What is he doing? He could have lost the ball there, but now he is gonna milk down the clock. He's gonna find Channing Frye for the wide open 3, and it's good. So with just 3 seconds to go, the Mavericks have no timeouts. Westbrook the half court, he's gonna miss. And the Heat are going to take game 1 of the finals. Dirk put up 30. Westbrook had a triple-double, but he shot 6 for 25. And in game 2, we have another close one with the Heat being down this time with 2 minutes to go. Chris Paul's going to take the step back mid-range over Westbrook and he ties it up. And once again, Melo's not in the game. Hopefully they bring him to the scorer's table. Westbrook almost gets a turnover, but Peja makes the layup. Chris Paul's going to find Ray Allen coming off the screen, and his 3's going to miss. Lowry on the break can't get past Rondo. It looked like he had an open lane there. And now we have a Dirk Westbrook pick and roll. Westbrook's going to pull the deep 3. It almost goes in, but it's going to miss. That would have been a huge shot. And now Chris Paul gets a 3 of his own and he knocks it down. Less than a minute to go. Let's see if the Heat can complete this comeback. Westbrook's gonna pull the mid-range and he finally misses one. And now on the break, Ray Allen gets an open 3 from deep and it's good. So with about 30 seconds to go, Westbrook finds Korver and he misses the 3 even though he was wide open. Chris Paul knocked down both of his free throws. The Mavericks might need a miracle here. Westbrook gets into the paint, but he kicks it out to Korver. His 3 is off. That was a scary ending there, but Melo absolutely put the team on his back. And Chris Paul also put up 35. And in game 3, the Heat are gonna blow out the Mavericks to take a 3-0 lead. A 37-year-old Ray Allen led the team in scoring and he had 10 assists. And the Heat had 4 people put up 20 or more. In game 4, the Mavericks are finally gonna win a game. Let's hope this doesn't last. Wow, the Heat went from 4 people putting up 20 to 0. And Dirk and Westbrook carried the team. Game 5, the Mavericks are also gonna win. This time, Melo was the only one that went off. And I don't like where this is going. And in game 6, the Mavericks are 2 minutes away from potentially forcing a game 7. And the Heat are 2 minutes away from potentially winning. Jason Richardson gets an open 3 and he's gonna miss. Now on the break, we have Rondo finding Okafor the layup over Lowry and the Heat go up 3. Lowry's gonna use the screen from Dirk. It's not a very good one. Lowry's gonna find Josh Smith though for the 3 and his 3 is off. Chris Paul's gonna use the screen from Okafor and pull a very deep 3. Why'd he shoot that? The Heat can't let the Mavericks force a game 7 because this team is pretty dangerous. Jason Richardson gets a midi and he's gonna miss it. On the break, we have Melo slowing it down. He's gonna attack. He's gonna find Chris Paul and his 3 is good. So now things are looking really good for the Heat. Lowry's just gonna pull the 3 over Chris Paul. And in Melo's 10th season in the league, he's finally an NBA champion. And he's gonna win the finals MVP over Chris Paul. But he still has a finals record of 1-2, so we need to improve that. And he needs to pass LeBron in championships. AI's gonna retire with the Kings. He finished his career with the 3rd most points of all time. But Kobe's right behind him and he hasn't retired yet. Kobe's only 34 and he's 4th all time in points? He's about to be the GOAT with these numbers. Okay, I don't know why this is the case, but we're gonna pick Andre Roberson because he has a Hall of Fame ceiling. That's kind of insane, but we're gonna take him with the 23rd pick. Giannis went number 1 overall to the Nuggets. They're terrible now. They finished as the worst team in the West. Andre Roberson, let's be great. In player progression, Chris Paul's dropping. Same with Rondo and Ray Allen. Dirk's gonna win back-to-back MVPs averaging 30 and 12. Mason Plumlee Rookie of the Year. LeBron wins yet another Defensive Player of the Year. Dwayne Wade's on the Hawks now. He left the Rockets after just 3 seasons. And Melo's on the All-NBA 3rd team. He averaged 27, 8, and 7. And the Heat are the 4th 4 seed, but last season they won a chip as the 4 seed. In the first round, we have the LeBron vs. Melo rivalry, and Melo's gonna take down LeBron in 5. But now this 1 seed didn't crumble in the first round, and we have to play them. I'm not looking forward to this. Game 1, we're gonna win though. Game 2, we're gonna lose. Game 3, we're gonna win by 4. Game 4, we're gonna win by 12. Game 5, we're gonna lose. Are we going to a game 7? No, we're not. So now in the conference finals, we have to go up against Paul Pierce and Chris Bosh. Let's see if Melo can make it back to the finals. They get blown out in game 1. They lose game 2 by 3. Game 3, they're going to win by 13. They lose game 4. Game 5, they're going to win. Can they force a game 7? Yes, they can. And in game 7, the Heat had a really bad third quarter, and they're going to get eliminated in game 7 of the conference finals. Melo put up 38, but no one else even at 20. And now either Chris Bosh or Westbrook are winning their second finals MVP, and it's going to be Chris Bosh. Dante Exum just went 1st overall instead of Jokic. Embiid fell to 5th. And in season number 12, Melo and Chris Paul are both dropping. KD left the Knicks to join the Pistons, and Brandon Roy left the Knicks to join the Suns. This might be Steph Curry's time to average 35 now. Tim Duncan just won his 3rd MVP at 38 years old, averaging 27 and 13. Jokic wins the Rookie of the Year. Bro, LeBron is just too good. And Melo doesn't even make an All-NBA team, even though he averaged 27, 8, and 6. The Heat are up to the 3 seed in the East. Curry's points per game didn't even go up with KD and Brandon Roy leaving. And that's a good thing because the Heat have to face them in the first round. And that was easy. They sweep their way to the second round. But now they have to play the Raptors led by Kawhi and Yao Ming. And they were up 2-0. Now they're down 3-2 and they lose 4 games in a row. So now in the finals, the Raptors are going to beat the Blazers. And Kawhi's going to win the finals MVP. Ray Allen's going to retire at the age of 39. And in the draft, we're going to get Kelly Oubre as his replacement. Cat went 1st overall to the Rockets, so him and Jokic are teammates now. In player progression, Chris Paul and Melo are up in overall all of a sudden. The Heat got Paul Millsap in the offseason, and Roberson's up to a 78, even though he didn't really play in his first 2 seasons. But this is exactly what we like to see. LeBron wins his first MVP in 5 seasons. Cat's going to win the Rookie of the Year. How many Defensive Player of the Years does LeBron have? It doesn't show here. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Defensive Player of the Years. Melo's on the All-NBA 3rd team. This season, he's up to 31 points per game. And the Heat are up to the 1 seed. They should be able to take care of... Oh my gosh. I just went through that series. I thought it was going to be easy. The Celtics are going to win the chip, and they really lost against Anthony Davis and the 8-seeded Nets. They're not even that good. They have Zach LaVine. He's like a 2nd-year player. They have this guy who's auto-generated. He's an 86. They have another guy, 78. They're not that good. So now it's not even about passing LeBron's 2 championships. Melo has to pass Chris Bosh's 3 if he wants to become the best player in the draft class. Kevin Garnett's going to retire after 21 seasons, and Jamal Crawford retires after just 16. Manu retires after 14, and in the draft, Ben Simmons goes 1st overall to the Pelicans. On to player progression. Everyone's dropping, but Andre Roberson's an 82 now. Anthony Davis is the best player in the league at 23 years old. Kyrie's not too far behind him at 24. Derrick Rose left the Grizzlies to join the Wizards, and he's teammates with Kevin Love now. He averaged 33 and 14? He's been with the Wizards his whole career, but they haven't done anything in the playoffs. Bargnani left the Warriors to join the Celtics. They could be dangerous again. Andre Drummond left the Sixers to join the Kings, and they could actually be really good now. They have 96 overall Dante Green. They have John Wall, they have Clay, and they have Drummond now. D Rose is going to win his first MVP. Chris Dunn Rookie of the Year. This is never going to get old. Melo's on the All-NBA 2nd team. He averaged 29, 8, and 7. And the Heat dropped all the way down to the 5 seed. And once again, we have another Melo versus LeBron matchup. The Heat are going to win in 5, but now they have to go up against this 1-seeded Wizards team. And yeah, their run's over. They're going to get swept. So now in the finals, it's Spurs Wizards, and the Wizards are going to win. Vince Carter's going to retire after 19 seasons in the NBA. Sean Marion's going to retire with a really good resume, and Donovan Mitchell gets drafted by the Nuggets just like real life. And at the start of Melo's 15th season, he's going up in overall somehow. Andre Roberson's up to an 84, but Rondo's down to an 83. LeBron's going to win MVP number 7. Donovan Mitchell wins Rookie of the Year, and Steph's a couple years late, but now he's averaging 30+ points per game. Mike Conley's on the All-NBA 1st team. He averaged 25 and 12. Melo's on the All-NBA 2nd team. He averaged 29, 8, and 6. And for the 2nd seed season in a row, the Heat are the 5 seed. Let's see if they can upset the Raptors in the first round. They're not going to. So now in the finals, we could have the Wizards repeat. They make it back, and they win again with Kevin Love winning Finals MVP. T-Mac and Tim Duncan are going to retire after 21 seasons. T-Mac finished just shy of 40,000 points, and Tim Duncan finished with 41,000. And Luka's going to the Warriors. Shea fell all the way to 6. He's going to the Bulls. And Peja Stojakovic Jr. goes to the Magic. Wow, Mikhail's on the Knicks. And Jalen Brunson fell to 17. And at this point, Melo's 34 years old. He's starting to drop in overall again. And Andre Roberson's not going up anymore. So it looks like he's not going to hit that Hall of Fame potential. Derrick Rose is going to win his second MVP. Trae Young just averaged 30 as a rookie. And Chris Bosh is a 6th man now. KD's on the Suns now. He left the Pistons to join his former teammate Brandon Roy. Jokic is on the Knicks now. This is crazy. A Jokic and Curry duo would go insane. I forgot Giannis and Donovan Mitchell are teammates. And Kyrie left the Clippers to join the Rockets with Karl Anthony Towns. Dame is teammates with Devin Booker and Jamal Murray. And I can see why the Warriors got the first overall pick. The Heat get a little bit better. They're up to the 4 seed. But can they make it out of the first round? Yes, they can. But now they have to go up against this 1-seeded Wizards team. I don't expect them to win here. If they do, that'll be crazy and they lose in 5. So now who's going to win the finals? It's going to be the Wizards again. So D Rose and Kevin Love are going to three-peat, and Paul Pierce is going to retire after 21 seasons, most of them spent with the Celtics. He finishes his career with 39,000 points. And Yao Ming had a 17-year career with the Lakers, with the Raptors, with the Pacers, the Timberwolves, and the Rockets. And he had 24,000 points and 15,000 rebounds. And in the 2019 draft, the Heat are going to take Kevin Porter Jr. And first overall, Zion's going to be teaming up with Luka. And at the age of 35, Melo's still dropping in overall. We have Drummond on the team now, though. He only spent 3 years in Sacramento. And Anthony Davis is going to team up with Zion and Luka. Cat left the Rockets to go to the Clippers. So now the Clippers have Cat, Tatum, and Miles Turner. The Hawks have Jaylen Brown, Lonzo Ball, and DeAndre Ayton. Dirk is still going strong at 41 years old. Dwayne Wade's on the Mavericks now. He got traded there last season. Anthony Davis is going to win his first MVP. And Melo finally makes his first All-NBA first team, averaging 29, 7, and 7. And that's surprising because the Heat are the 3 seed. Let's see if they can at least make it to the second round. They do. But now they have to play a Pelicans team led by Ben Simmons and D'Lo. I feel like this isn't going to go our way. The Heat are going to win game 1, though. They win game 2 by 8. They're going to take a 3-0 lead. They're going to lose game 4 by 5. Game 5, they're going to win. But now they have to take down this Wizards team, which they haven't done once yet. Let's see if they can at least steal a game. They steal game 1 on the road. They're going to lose game 2 by 4. Game 3, they lose by 1. Game 4, they're going to lose by 2. And game 5, they're going to lose. So now we have Warriors Wizards in the finals, and the Warriors are going to win. I didn't expect them to be the 1 seed so soon, but Luka's up to an 88. He only averaged 18 points per game. And Zion's still a rookie, but he averaged more than Luka. And they're only going to get better, and I just realized they have Bam on the team. He got drafted to the Bucks. I guess they didn't want him anymore. We have a bunch of legends retiring. Kobe played 24 seasons. We have Dirk retiring after 22, Powell after 19, Joe Johnson and Gilbert Arenas after 19. Gilbert Arenas ended up with a Finals MVP and an All-NBA first team. Joe Johnson ended with 3 championships and an All-Star appearance. Pau Gasol had 2 All-Star appearances and 2 Sixth Man of the Years. Dirk had a great career. He had a championship and 2 regular season MVPs, and he finished with 42,000 career points. And Kobe finished with 4 rings, 2 regular season MVPs, 1 Finals MVP, and an NBA record 49,000 career points. And I doubt Melo's gonna pass him, but let's see if he can move into the top 3. In the 2020 draft, LaMelo goes to the Pistons, Anthony Edwards falls to 4, and Patrick Williams goes 2. And in Melo's 18th season, he's down to an 89 overall. Drummond's really the best player on the team now. They got Michael Porter Jr. He was on the Grizzlies, but he barely played. And Kevin Porter Jr. is up to a 77. Rondo's all the way down to a 72 overall. Anthony Davis is going to win back-to-back MVPs. LaMelo averaged 26 points per game as a rookie. Zion wins 6th Man of the Year. He averaged 25 off the bench. Kawhi wins his first Defensive Player of the Year. And Zion also wins Most Improved Player. Melo doesn't even make an All-NBA team after making the first team last year, even though he averaged 26, 5, and 7. And for the second season in a row, the Heat are the 3 seed. Let's see if they can make it out of the first round. They lose the first game, but make it out in 6. And now they're going up against a 7 seed that knocked LeBron out of the playoffs. That kind of scares me. They're going to lose game 1. Game 2 is going to go to the Heat. They should be able to win this series. They're going to take game 3. They lose game 4, though. They're going to win game 5 in a blowout, and they make it to the conference finals. But once again, it's this Wizards team they've been having trouble with. Game 1's going to go to the Wizards. They win by 9. Game 2, the Heat are going to win by 7. 7. Game 3, the Wizards win by 7. The Heat can't tie the series up at 2. They're going to win Game 5 though. Can they force a Game 7? They can't. And we have a rematch of last year's finals. The Warriors are going to win back-to-back. Anthony Davis came to this team at the perfect time. D-Wade's going to retire after 18 seasons. He finishes his career with 36,000 points. And Melo's moving up. He was number 9 last season. Now he's number 6, almost number 5. And the top 3 is going to get harder to get into with LeBron passing Tim Duncan. In the 2021 draft, the Heat take Cam Thomas. Evan Mobley goes first overall to the Hawks. Cade's on the Nets. Melo and Chris Paul are both getting worse. They're down to 87 and 86 overall. Anthony Davis wins his 3rd MVP in a row. Cade's gonna win the Rookie of the Year. Zion wins another 6th Man of the Year. Trae Young won Most Improved, averaging 38 points per game. Speaking of that, I went to check if Melo has any scoring titles. I'm kind of disappointed he doesn't. But even at the age of 37, he's on the All-NBA 3rd team, averaging 25, 5, and 7. And for the 3rd season in a row, the Heat are the 3 seed. They have Mike Conley on the team now, and they traded him for Andre Drummond. We'll see if that's a good trade. Can they make it out of the first round? They're gonna get swept. So now in the finals, LeBron's not gonna make it. We have Warriors Bucks, and the Warriors are gonna win their 3rd championship in a row. Paolo went number 1 overall to the Bulls, and I'm surprised Chet fell all the way down to the 5th overall pick. And at the start of Melo's 20th season, he's all the way down to an 84. Chris Paul's an 82. And now Michael Porter Jr. and Clint Capella are the best players on the team. Derrick Rose is gonna win his 3rd MVP. Paolo's gonna win the Rookie of the Year. Kemba wins his 2nd 6th Man of the Year. Embiid wins Defensive Player of the Year. And Melo doesn't make an All-NBA team. He averaged 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists per game. And the Heat are the 8th seed. They're gonna get eliminated in the first round. We're gonna have a new finals winner. The Nets are gonna win. KD's on the Nets again? He went from the Suns to the Nets. That's backwards. In the 2023 draft, Wemby's going to the Lakers. And at the start of season number 21, Melo's an 82 overall. And his longtime teammate Chris Paul is on the Lakers now. They spent 11 seasons together. Luka's gonna win his first MVP. Wemby's gonna win the Rookie of the Year. Anthony Davis left the Warriors to join the Spurs last season. I didn't even realize. And at the age of 39, Melo averaged 22 points per game. But the Heat are nowhere to be found. They're all the way down to the 14th seed. Wait, the Knicks won 5 games? You're telling me a team with Steph Curry only won 5 games? He averaged 26. I mean, the team isn't good, but I'm surprised they only won 5 games with a 94 Steph Curry. The Warriors are back in the finals, and they're gonna win another ring. In the 2024 draft, the Heat have the 5th pick, and because Melo's career is almost over, I may as well trade it. We could get 86 overall John Wall, but we're gonna pass up on that to get an 88 overall Kawhi Leonard. And it looks like we did that trade for nothing because Melo's not on the team anymore. Let's filter this by age, and Melo went to the Kings. Oh, the Kings had the 1st pick. And we can't even trade the 1st pick because they want to involve Melo in the trade, and the 2nd trade is for other picks. But at the beginning of the season, we could trade the 1st overall pick with 2 future firsts and get an 86 Mo Bamba and an 83 small forward. We're gonna do it just because Melo needs to win some rings. And for the first time ever in Melo's career, he's coming off the bench. Zion's gonna win the MVP. It's been Warriors players 5 out of the last 6 seasons. Giannis is on the Lakers now, so he's teammates with Wemby. And at the age of 40, Melo's down to 12 points per game. And that trade we did didn't help at all. The Kings are the 12th seed. And the guy we traded won Rookie of the Year. Let's see if the Warriors win yet another championship. It's Warriors Nets, and the Nets are gonna win. So with the help of KD, Cade is a 2-time champion at the age of 23. And after 22 seasons, Melo's gonna retire at the age of 41. He finished his career with 1 championship, 1 finals MVP, and 13 All-NBA teams. And in terms of all-time points, he's number 3. And when it comes to the Hall of Fame, he's gonna make it just like in real life. If you want to see me play LeBron's career until he retires, click the video on the screen right now.